I'm Christina Tosi, the chef, founder, and owner of Milk Bar. Today, we are going to be giving my childhood favorite, peanut butter and jelly, a bakeover. We are here in our Los Angeles Milk Bar. The spirit of Milk Bar is come in, you're welcome. But I knew there was something that we were missing. You don't actually even know all the crazy things that we're dreaming up that don't even make it to the menu. It was just a great idea. We had a great time. Bye. The lab is an invitation into our kitchen, and a few times a week, we open that window, which is our moments where we're bringing these ideas that have inspired us to life. Here to be my thought partner, I got my bestie over here, Scotty B, who's the chef of Milk Bar Lab here in LA. I'm talking about peanut butter and jelly, and I think we should create something that is our love letter to a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There's this textural dream that comes with the bite of a great peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You have that sort of cloud-like bounce of the 2 layers of bread. Then all of a sudden you get this burst of flavor and your mind is trying to chase around what's happening. That sweet, fruity flavor that you get from the jelly or the jam. It's syrupy, it's gelatinous. When you have a bite, it's like fireworks in your mouth, right? A peanut butter and jelly sandwich always gets the job done. We definitely have our plan. I think we gotta put it to the test. We gotta answer some questions about layers and texture. It's a loaf cake.
It's a loaf cake.
It's a love letter to peanut butter and jelly. All right, let's get to work.
If you're doing a play on PB&J,
strawberry jam,
Strawberry jam is the play. Agreed.
So what do you do there?
I like doing it frozen, so maybe sorbet is the play.
Sorbet maybe.
Right, we have a plan.
Okay, so first up, the sorbet. My best recommendation when buying strawberries is the smaller the better and the redder the better. And you want your strawberry sorbet to be as punchy as possible. Pour them into your blender and puree the heck out of them. So from there, strawberry puree just into the finest mesh sieve that you have at home. So all that you have left is the most bright, fruity strawberry puree. It smells amazing in here. We're gonna put the ingredients together to make the strawberry puree into a strawberry sorbet base. And as a stabilizer, the easiest thing to use is gelatin. This sheet gelatin is going to go into a bowl of water. And I like to add a few ice cubes to make sure my water is nice and cold. It takes 2 or 3 minutes, so while we wait for that to happen, on a stovetop, we're gonna heat up the smallest amount of this strawberry puree and just some granulated sugar. We're gonna add in this stuff. This is glucose, it's an inverted sugar. Corn syrup at home will do as well. This actually helps keep the mouthfeel nice and smooth. A little bit of kosher salt, and then for a little extra kick, citric acid. If you don't have access to citric acid, a little squeeze of lemon will do. The only thing about lemon is that it's going to impart a little bit of flavor. So if you're using sheet gelatin, it should be fully flimsy, almost jellified. From there, you plop it into your pan, and you can see just contact to heat starts to melt that gelatin into the mixture. And I turn it off the second that gelatin disappears entirely into our mixture. Standard ice cream maker, whether it's a plug-in, a hand churn, it'll all do the trick. You're gonna pour that sorbet base straight into the machine and let her rip for as ever long it takes to bring that sorbet to this really beautiful, fluffy, but frozen strawberry sorbet state. We can't just use peanut butter. One, because we're now talking about some sort of frozen layering, right? My grandma used to always make this peanut butter pie. It was a lightened peanut butter, but it was like cream cheese based.
Whipping peanut butter and cream cheese almost gives you like a ganache, right? Yeah. And then lighten it up with whipped cream. I think that's a super good idea.
I grew up with Southern sensibilities, and nothing is better to me than peanut butter pie. If you haven't had it, you need to get some. It's very simple. It always starts with cream cheese. Now, most people, when they're mixing anything with cream cheese, try and add too many ingredients together, and cream cheese is really tricky. We're gonna make sure it's a nice temperature and paddle it down first before we start to add the other ingredients. I'm gonna add my creamy peanut butter to the mixture. I'm gonna add half of it first, just to make sure the cream cheese doesn't start to lump up. I want this peanut butter cream to be nice and smooth. Just give the bowl a little scrape down, and I add the rest of the peanut butter. Now that it's come together, we just sweeten the peanut butter, so we're gonna use confectioner's sugar. Confectioner's sugar itself has a tendency to want to clump up as well, so we're gonna add the confectioner's sugar half. and then the other half. Looks nice and smooth. So to that last half of confectioner sugar, you're gonna add some kosher salt. It's nutty, the sweetness is starting to come out. We need to make it nice and light so that it mimics the texture on some level of that strawberry sorbet. We're gonna do that by bringing heavy cream into the mixture. We need some vanilla extract, and I'm going to very slowly start to stream the heavy cream into the peanut butter mixture until it comes together and loosens up. Real talk. The mixing of anything is like really where it requires time and attention, so take your time. The secret when you're trying to add whipped cream to anything is you first have to sacrifice a small amount into whatever it is that you want to accept it. It's really getting the mixture ready so that I can fold the remaining cream in. My goal is not to deflate the whipped cream. I want it to stay light and fluffy, and I try to always make sure that my spatula ends up so that I'm not pushing the air out of the whipped cream. So every bit of that white whipped cream has incorporated entirely into the mixture.
What do you think about like cinnamon raisin bread? You get the swirl, you get another pop of sweetness from the raisins.
And it looks great.
I mean, we're basically making an ice cream sandwich then. Dude, but
Can't be mad at that.
Dude, like how many layers does it go? Is there texture in it? To the roof.
Stack it in the loaf pan.
It's also kind of cheeky because you've got a loaf pan, a loaf of bread.
It's a loaf cake.
Let's do it.
Cinnamon raisin bread to me is one of those magical things. It really makes me feel like my imagination is churning. I am going to layer this cinnamon raisin bread in the pan. It is a perfect game of bread Tetris. I was a very big Game Boy girl in the 90s. Been training for this moment all my life. First layer of bread is down. I'm gonna use 1/4 of this peanut butter cream. If you have an offset spatula at home, it will be really helpful in zhuzhing that peanut butter cream into corners of the loaf pan. From here, off to the freezer for about 5 minutes max. All right, so strawberry sorbet is one nice, beautiful, even layer across the peanut butter. We're gonna add peanut butter cream again, another 1/4 of the cream, and it can go straight on top of the strawberry sorbet. We're gonna use another 1/4 of that peanut butter cream and do the same thing all over again and bring it to the freezer 3 to 5 minutes before we finish it off. All right, so from here, this PB&J loaf cake goes off to the freezer, 20, 30 minutes, and slice away. It's time to take a look. Tap and pull. That looks great, my friends. I'm so excited. I mean, that's mighty handsome.
I would say it looks delicious.
And what's going on here? You going crunchy?
I threw together a peanut brittle that I'm gonna crush up and put on mine.
That's brilliant. PB&J is all about smooth and creamy and rich. I love it.
Fantastic, really smooth.
Bro, we crushed it. I'll eat 6 portions and then be like, dinner? What? All right, my biggest question is, do you think it's ready to go on the lab menu?
I think it's perfect.
Ice cream sandwich.
100%.
Meets peanut butter and jelly. All right, so you heard it here. Peanut butter and jelly, bake over into this peanut butter and jelly loaf cake. It's gonna be available through Scotty's window at Milk Bar Lab. You come up and you go, are you crunchy or are you smooth? Follow us online at Milk Bar Lab to figure out when that happens. If you're far away from LA, that's okay. You can get all your Milk Bar faves at milkbarstore.com. Sending a care package.
Sending a care package to yourself is such a good play.
That's a strong move. We're here for you.
We're here. We will make it for you.
Scotty, so we will make it for you.
We'll make it. Okay, don't put that in. Do it again. Do it again.
It's very genuine.
We will make it for you. We will make it for you.